Good morning, students. Hope you all are very well at home and following all the COVID instructions as given to you earlier also. Previously, starting with the topic, we have already learnt about the diet, that what kind of a food we should take in our daily routine, daily diet following, like green leafy vegetables we have to take, milk we should drink. But what purpose is that for all these things? And what will happen if we don't take that proper nutrient diet or proper balanced diet in daily routine? So the answer for that is we might get a kind of a diseases with us if we don't be regular with our diet, right? So today we are going to discuss about the topic diseases, the types of diseases, what kind of food we should intake to cover up that kind of a disease. So the very first is diseases. The word disease is made from two different words, dis and ease. Dis means not in the state of comfort, ठीक है, which means not in a state of comfort. Comfortness नहीं है हमारी बॉडी के अंदर, हमारा कोई भी बॉडी पार्ट जो है वो properly function नहीं कर रहा. Like we in the common cold, we are not able to speak properly, है ना. We are suffering from headache है तो हम properly काम नहीं कर पाते हैं. So all the kind of discomfort which come into our body due to one or the other kind is called a disease. So we can define disease like a condition in which our body or a part of it does not work properly. So disease is the condition in which our body or a part do not work properly. Next is the types of diseases, right? So diseases can be categorized into two different types. The first one is communicable disease and second one is non-communicable disease. In brief, let us discuss the both of them. Communicable, as the word suggests, words spelled इसी तरीके से है, communicate करना, like I am communicating with you. Similarly, when one disease communicates from one person to the other person or spreads from one person to the other person, that disease is called a communicable disease. For example, common cold or flu. Like when we are, you might have learned this thing that your mother or any other elder have told you to put handkerchief in front of your nose while you are coughing or sneezing. What happens at that moment? When you are coughing or sneezing outwards, the germs, they spread into the air and they go to the any other person and cause the same disease to him. So the disease which spreads from one person to the other person by any mode of spreading agent, that disease is called the communicable disease. In the same type, second one is the non-communicable disease. Non-communicable disease, the disease which do not spread, non-communicate, do not spread from one person to the other person. एक पर्सन से दूसरे पर्सन में वो स्प्रेड नहीं हो रहा, इसीलिए उसे हम एक नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीज कहते हैं. Do you understand this thing? For example, night blindness. Night blindness is kind of a disease in which we are not able to see after the sunset. So that disease is not spreading from one person to the other person. So that kind of disease is called a non-communicable disease, right? So one more thing, non-communicable diseases are also known as deficiency diseases. Non-communicable diseases are also known as deficiency diseases because they occur due to the deficiency of one or the other nutrient over a long period of time. Suppose you are taking your intake of food is of the similar kind. You are eating one kind of food for a long period of time and not taking the other. So what will happen? The nutrient which is present in the other kind of the food which you are not consuming will become deficient in your body and you might get a deficiency disease. So that kind of diseases are called the deficiency diseases. So the definition of this is the disease that are caused due to the lack of one or the other nutrient. Here one thing is very important, just not the lack of a nutrient. एक दिन अगर आप कोई चीज़, एक न्यूट्रिएंट आपकी बॉडी के अंदर नहीं जा रहा तो आपको कोई डिजीज़ नहीं होगा. डेफिशिएंसी डिजीज़ सिर्फ तब होते हैं जब आपके अंदर एक न्यूट्रिएंट की जो डेफिशिएंसी वो एक बहुत लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के ऊपर होती है, लाइक सम मंथ्स, ईयर. When you are not taking that a particular type of nutrient for a long period of time, only then this kind of diseases happens. For example, diseases caused due to the deficiency of proteins. We all know that proteins are the body building food. They are the growth food. वो हमारी बॉडी की प्रॉपर ग्रोथ करते हैं. तो ग्रोथ के लिए तो प्रोटीन ज़रूरी है. जब हम प्रोटीन नहीं लेते फॉर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, देन our growth disorders. Like the two kind of diseases which occurs due to a deficiency of proteins are, number one is marasmus. Pronunciation of this is marasmus. Marasmus is the disease that symptoms are child becomes very thin and ribs are clearly visible, like I have shown here also. See this child, its ribs are clearly visible. So the second one is Kawashi occur. Similarly, just like the marasmus, this disease also occurs due to the malnutrition or due to the less intake of protein in diet. So here you can see legs become very thin and stomach gets swollen. Here in this picture you are able to see the swollen part of the abdomen. This region is also called abdomen also and stomach also. So stomach gets too much swollen, weakness is there, the ribs are also visible to you. So this weakened disease, in this point it is called the Kawashi-Orker disease. Next is the disease caused due to a deficiency of iron. Iron is very important for our body, right? Iron makes the blood of our body. हमारे बॉडी में हम कहते हैं ना कि आप लोगों ने कभी सुना होगा that HB है ना, HB कम है. HB कम होने का मतलब क्या हुआ? You have not taken iron content properly. You are becoming very weak. So that disease, when you are not taking the iron for a particular time, then the lack of iron in your body causes the disease which is called anemia. एनीमिया की जो सिम्टम्स हैं वो क्या होते हैं? एक्सट्रीम फटीग, बहुत ज़्यादा थकावट होना, इंसान का प्रॉपरली वर्क ना कर पाना, बार डिजीनेस आना, वॉमिटिंग्स आना या फिर आपको चक्कर आना, वो सब चीज़ें जो होती हैं वो एनीमिया की वजह से होती हैं. स्किन बिल्कुल येलो हो जाती है. तो वो रीज़न क्या है उस चीज़ का? जस्ट द डेफिशिएंसी ऑफ आयरन इन योर बॉडी. एंड दिस डिजीज़ कैन बी क्योर्ड बाय इंक्रीजिंग द iron content in our diet. Next disease is deficiency disease caused due to the deficiency of iodine. Iodine is very important nutrient in our body. It is a kind of a mineral which is essential, which is very important for the proper growth of the body. What happens if you are not taking the iodine properly in the diet? Your neck part, this neck region gets very much swollen. So the disease caused over here is goiter. Now when the neck part of the your neck thyroid gland होता है neck में, that part gets very much swollen like this. You can see here this part is too much got swollen, gland gets too much bulges out. So this disease is called the goiter disease. Next deficiency is caused due to the calcium and phosphorus. The disease is called osteoporosis. How it is spelled? Osteoporosis. Osteoporosis means brittle bones and teeth. बोन्स जो हैं उनमें फ्रैक्चर बहुत जल्दी आ जाता है, बहुत ज़्यादा ब्रिटल हो जाती हैं. मीन्स वीकनेस इतनी ज़्यादा आ जाती है कि थोड़ी सी झटके से ही वो बोन्स जो हैं वो ब्रेकअप हो जाती हैं. सो symptoms over here are bones and teeth, they become weak and brittle. Next deficiency is due to the vitamins. So here you can see the deficiency of vitamin A will cause night blindness, and a person cannot see in the dim light. After sunset you are not able to see. B means beriberi. Here your skin becomes very much dry and scaly. Weakness, it affects your nervous system and muscles also. Then vitamin C causes scurvy. Your gums, they start bleeding up. Then next vitamin is D. Vitamin D causes rickets. Rickets means bow leg and bending up of the spine. एक तो नॉर्मल लेग्स होती हैं, बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट बोन्स होती हैं, वो बो लेग्स इस तरह से हो जाती हैं, मतलब आगे से बेंड हो जाती हैं. नी पोर्शन से वो अंदर की तरफ बेंड हो जाते हैं, जैसे आपकी बो होती है, सिमिलरली वैसा उनका अपीयरेंस होता है. नेक्स्ट इज योर विटामिन ई. विटामिन ई कॉजेज अर्ली एजिंग. एज से पहले ही एजिंग हो जाती है, एजिंग के साइंस आना शुरू हो जाते हैं. विटामिन के कॉजेज डिलेड क्लॉटिंग ऑफ द blood. If you have a cut or a wound, if your deficiency of vitamin K is there, it is very difficult to heal that wound. Okay, so here next is some non-communicable diseases are caused due to the bad habits or bad lifestyle. They are called the lifestyle diseases like diabetes, obesity. All right. So these kind of diseases can only be cured by having a good lifestyle habits or a healthy lifestyle habits. Thank you.